Even a root had defenders. And not every battle ended clean.
Each morning began with movement. For the Hopi, stillness meant hunger. There was no fire, no flavor, only what the stream would give, and what they could take.
They followed the river, not for its beauty, but for what swam within it.
There was no flame, no salt, only meat and hunger. The ground held secrets, some bitter, some worth the dirt under their nails. Every sound, every flicker was either food or the lesson that escaped. The forest gave few chances, and fewer second ones. Some hunters lived in silence, others in the sky.
There were no recipes, only what could be torn and chewed and passed.
They did not fear the dark. They feared what moved in it.
Some prey had no fangs, no claws, only cleverness.
Their thirst met danger. Even the water held teeth. Beneath leaf and soil, the forest offered flavor and warning. They watched the great ones pass, not for food, but for awe. Not all kills were theirs, but nothing left behind was wasted.
The forest never promised safety. Only silence before the chase.
Not every prize needed a chase. Some waited beneath leaves, warm and still.
Even before birth, life demanded care. And the forest offered no pause. Even before birth, life demanded care. And the forest offered no pause.
Even in stillness, the struggle continued. Life growing inside, life surviving outside.
Even the trees fought back. One slip could feed the forest.
Even reaching upward meant danger. The forest punished every misstep. Below the surface, nothing was gentle. Even thirst came with teeth. They had no language for strategy, but silence was its own tool.
Even under stars older than fire, they dreamed of something more.
Not every predator crept in shadows. Some announced themselves and still struck. Stillness did not mean safety, but it was welcome when it came. The forest took its toll, but they walked forward anyway. They didn't outrun everything. Sometimes, patience was the sharper weapon. It wasn't taste they hunted. It was anything that could keep them breathing. Every step was a gamble. Some branches bit back.
They didn't follow trails. They made them, one step at a time.
To us, repulsive. To them, perfect protein.
One always watched. Not for beauty, but for what moved between the leaves.
Even a root had defenders. And not every battle ended clean.
She couldn't fly, but she knew danger when it circled. There was no flame, only each other and the dark.
Every mark on the ground was a warning, or a map to something worse.
Sometimes, the kill wasn't theirs. But danger didn't ask who found it.
They waited, not for movement, but for the pause between movements.
In a world without walls, vanishing was easy. Finding wasn't.
Stone didn't promise safety. But when the sky fell, even a crack in it was enough.
Sleep came in pieces. One watched, so the others could dream.
Some dangers didn't come from the ground.
Not all surprises were deadly, but they always reminded them they were prey.
They didn't have language, but giving needed none.
There were no tomorrows promised. But for this breath, they were still here.
In the heart of the Ice Age, as the sun broke through the mist, the Hopi emerged from the...
They had no fire, no heat, only endurance carved into bone.
Their hands moved with purpose. Each tool was shaped from need, not knowledge.
Stone and bone became their tools. Nothing more, nothing less.
They had no words, only looks and instinct.
Those who left did not know if they would return.
They walked among giants, but they feared only one. They could not outrun a mammoth, so they shaped the ground beneath it.
The silence ended. The hunt was real.
There was no warmth to wait with, only hunger and memory. They could not see the mammoth, but they could feel its trail on the wind. They had no words for it, but they heard what mattered, the weight of a giant.
Scent carried truth. The mammoth was near, closer than comfort allowed.
And then it appeared, not as myth, not as dream, but real. The beast did not know, but the earth beneath it remembered.